I mean, it's only like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, really, what the fuck? You think, like, the whole breakup? Like, I don't believe none of that shit. It's called street theater. I've been getting it for the last year. I mean, I just wasn't trying to break up any families and shit, you know. There's a video, I think it goes 8, 10 months back. I clearly stated I didn't want people to get in trouble. You go your way, I'll go mine. But since I keep pulling these little nooks and crannies of info out, well, shit, it's been on the news, investigated. It's been investigated by doctors, scientists, whistleblowers, all types of people. Now, if it's going to happen to me at one location and happen to me at another, and at the same time, everybody gonna get a white envelope. And I only know because I'm looking for my arrowheads, and I get the mail out one day. I didn't flip through it because I was looking for a package. But right on top, white envelope, no return address. Same as Kim's. Well, what a fucking coincidence. No money to buy a new car, needed a new car, boom, got a new car. That's around there. Chad using the remote neural monitoring bullshit. Hidden camera. Gee. Almost the same, you know. Now, if people only would have followed through with paying, you know, what they were supposed to buy, you know, after you paid $96K and well, I guess talked it over and realized that the apartment was on the back side of the house and nobody would see if anybody entered and exited it. Well, somebody sure as fuck did. That's clearly evident on my door handle. I mean, the fact that my youngest is still awake, huh, that makes it just as much fucked up and comical as it is fucked up, and the fact that somebody's damaging my fucking organs by illegally knocking me out with remote neural monitoring without my permission, without my consent. I really don't want to hear that shit. That's called conspiracy against another. 2 or more people conspire. Well, let's see, can we name 2 or more people? How about here? How about there? How about here? At my old address. Well, that sounds like 2 or more people conspiring. You got Chad using remote neural monitoring around there. And either one of you were taught how to use the remote neural monitoring, or you're harboring somebody that does. But I would suggest, I would go with the idea of somebody taught somebody else how to use remote neural monitoring. That's what I'd go with. And that's a shame, like, I mean, I can call code enforcement, let them do a walkthrough. There's only about a half a dozen violations that I can clearly see. Just because I'm going to be a dick. Normally I don't let it get to me. But when you're dumb enough to use the shit after I make the videos, show the proof, show that it's been in the news, and you're still dumb enough to use the shit, well, like I said, either you were shown how to use it, or you let someone in that used it. It's only one of those 2 things. Now here we are again, awake. And agitated over the fact that someone's either doing the torturing or aiding and abetting in the torturing. with remote neural monitoring, knocking out unconscious with machine because it's not psychedelic drugs. And that's under torturing. Look this shit up. I did. So you got the people from my last address, people at this address, white envelope, no return address. Knocked out at the last address, knocked out at this address. I mean, shit. Everybody can do math. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to do fucking third grade math. Everybody can add. Now this little cocksucker from over here who goes through the door can be jimmied with a credit card, I'm sure. I mean, I just didn't want to have to call the Justice Department and be like, hey, look, come pick up my phones. Come pick up me. I'm willing to sit down for an interview and take a polygraph test. Because then if I get any of their questions right, so we got home skillet that breaks in. You got somebody that walks back and forth on the other side of that wall. You got the